I've been quiet for a minute because I've been collecting as much information as possible over the past month just so I can be accurate. And it's finally time to unleash the facts.
No one ever dogged Oscar De La Hoya the way Floyd did. Every single press conference, he treated him like he was a...
Whether he can't be a successful promoter if he's always wanting to be in the spotlight. His desire to be always noticed, always.
Oscar De La Hoya didn't hold back in a live interview with Stephen A. Smith, calling Floyd Mayweather a fraud and a scammer. He slammed Floyd for turning boxing into a popularity game instead of a real battle of skill and heart, Oscar criticized. Floyd's constant talk about money and luxury, urging him to respect the sport more, said boxing should be about building a legacy, not just cashing out. According to De La Hoya, Floyd's obsession with fame is hurting the sport and giving young fighters the wrong idea.
You say you want to be a world champion. You say you want to take this sport serious. Then take it serious. What is this? This is not a popularity contest.
Oscar De La Hoya said Floyd Mayweather played the bad guy role perfectly during their rivalry. He admitted Floyd knew how to control public opinion by being the villain. Meanwhile, Oscar had to take on double duty promoting the fight, while also keeping a clean image. He admitted Floyd's strategy was clever, but also called it immature. Instead of focusing on pure skill and respect, Floyd leaned into trash talk and drama to sell the fight.
It's like that rivalry, the villain and the good guy, you know? And Floyd, this is where Floyd is smart. He knows how to play that villain guy, you know?
And you're promoting the fight.
Yeah, and I'm promoting the fight.
Yeah.
And I'm promoting the fight.
Oscar De La Hoya remembered how their fight made history by bringing in nearly $400 million in pay-per-view sales in one night. This record-breaking number showed just how big their rivalry was and also revealed the business power behind boxing.
How much money did that generate?
At the time, yeah, it was the record-setting pay-per-view. I think we generated something like close to, all in, like close to 400 million. Yeah, in one night. So.
For Oscar De La Hoya, boxing has always been about pride and building a lasting legacy, and chasing a paycheck. He fought to prove himself and make history. In contrast, he said Floyd Mayweather only cares about money. While Oscar respects Floyd's business smarts, he believes Floyd is more focused on profits than making his mark as a true boxing legend. To De La Hoya, passion and honor define the sport, not bank balances and brand deals.
You didn't promote that fight with Mayweather. Would you have pulled out?
Probably. Yeah, probably. Because there was too much, put the money aside. For me, it's about pride. For me, it was about, you know, man, I want to have a winning chance here.
Floyd Mayweather's constant talk about his wealth often sparks controversy, especially when he brings up other fighters like Anthony Joshua. Critics say that while Floyd earned a lot from boxing, his focus on money weakens his legacy. Floyd said his fight with Pacquiao made more money without needing huge crowds, claiming, "We didn't need hundreds of thousands to make a $74 million gate." He was clearly comparing himself to Joshua, suggesting he's on a whole different level, not just in boxing, but in making money.
And, I guess, his, because, he talks about his money a lot. So he compared, like, I guess, his fight with Pacquiao to Anthony Joshua. And he was saying, like, basically, they didn't need 100,000 or 90,000 people to do X amount of dollars. Here, I'm going to let you listen to it. Here's what he had to say verbatim. Here's what Floyd said about Anthony Joshua.
Talk about that. I was in the Guinness Book of World Record for breaking all the records. You didn't tell them that?
Of course you have.
for generating billions in the sport of boxing, that or having the fastest sellout crowd. But those guys done. And I was watching a fight when I was at my Miami house. I was at my Miami home. I was watching a fight with Klitschko and the guy.
Experts see this as a sign of Floyd's jealousy. They think he struggles not to compare himself to other successful fighters, especially when it comes to money. Despite all his achievements, Floyd often sounds defensive, like he's always trying to remind people he's boxing's top earner. But in doing so, he shifts attention away from his real impact on the sport. Now, some analysts believe this behavior stems from insecurity and jealousy, especially of fighters like Joshua, who attract fans for more than just their bank accounts.
And they said that this is electrifying, sort of like the Pacquiao and Mayweather. And I said, well, we didn't have to have all those hundreds of thousands to do a $74 million gate. So, and like I said before, but those guys put on a hell of a show. Like I said before, you know, I'm just on another planet. And you definitely know it. Because you've been around for years. And you see the same thing over and over and over again.
All right, so there you have it. Mayweather basically saying that, you know, he's on another planet and all this stuff, and that, you know, they didn't need 90,000 people and all this stuff. But, I mean, let's look at it like this. Jealousy, I noticed from Floyd, and it shouldn't be that way because Floyd, you know, regardless of what I had to say about his career, I have my opinions on it. You know, he was a A-level fighter. Skills out, you know, had skills, was a really skilled fighter, A-level fighter.
The rivalry between Oscar De La Hoya and Floyd Mayweather goes way back to their major 2007 fight. That match changed everything for Floyd. It was his first huge payday, earning him $4 million and launching his career as a pay-per-view superstar.
We welcome into SportsCenter the former #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, Floyd Mayweather. Floyd, welcome back. We've missed you, Floyd.
Hey, how you doing? I'm not no former #1 pound-for-pound fighter. I'm just saying I'm the best fighter in the sport of boxing. No one has dethroned me, so how am I not pound-for-pound the best fighter in the world? You tell me.
Because you retired?
But have I ever been beat?
But what happens is you informed Ring Magazine you were
once again,
retiring as welterweight champion.
I already forgot who I'm talking to. I'm talking to Brian Kenny.
Floyd Mayweather's ego never let him admit that Oscar was the bigger star at the time. Even though Oscar was the top draw, Floyd always claimed he was the main attraction. In past interviews, Floyd has aggressively defended his legacy, saying things like, "I'm the best fighter in boxing. How am I not pound for pound the best?" He even downplayed Oscar's role in their fight, saying De La Hoya didn't do anything, even though Floyd only won by split decision.
Top what I've done in 2 fights.
Well, one was with Oscar De La Hoya, who was the cash king.
I'm the cash cow, please.
Not compared to Oscar De La Hoya. Have you drawn as much as Oscar De La Hoya in pay-per-view,
man,
Floyd?
De La Hoya been on pay-per-view 1,000 times. It took me two times, 3.5 million homes. Me, Floyd Mayweather.
No, with Oscar De La Hoya, though.
Oscar De La Hoya didn't do nothing. Did he win?
It was a split decision loss, as a matter of fact.
Come on, man.
But it was with him.
Once again, like I said before, once again, we're talking to Brian Kenny, a man of many traits, a master of nothing.
Floyd, you waited over a year to come back. Why not wait one more weekend until Pacquiao and Hatton was over and we knew the winner?
I don't have to wait for nobody.
Oscar De La Hoya said that after their fight, Floyd Mayweather Sr. told him he actually won. But despite that, the judges gave the win to Floyd Jr. Oscar also revealed that their contract had a rematch clause if Floyd won. They'd fight again. Within a year? But the very next day, Floyd Jr. announced his retirement and stayed out of the ring just long enough to skip the rematch. Oscar believes this was all planned, so Floyd could avoid a second fight. To him, it proved the first result was unfair, and even Floyd's own father thought Oscar deserved the win.
As a fighter, you know, deep down inside, you know if you win or you lose. Did you know? I felt that I won. I felt that it can go either way, especially when Mayweather's father came straight at me and he goes, "Oscar, you beat my son."
Wait, he told you right after the fight?
Oh, yeah. And a funny story about that, too. We had a rematch clause in our contract. This is something I negotiated as well. If he beats me, I get a rematch. It was a 1-year clause. Guess what he did? He retired for 1 year and 1 day.
Are you joking?
No. True story. Nobody knows this, but it's in the contract.
What? So how often did you guys try to get another thing going? It was always, no, not interested, no, not interested.
Yeah, not interested. I'm retiring. I'm out of the sport. But sure enough, a day after that contract was over, he announces his unretirement.
Floyd Mayweather has a hard time accepting anyone being more successful, whether it's in the ring or making money. His whole image is built on being the greatest, and anytime someone suggests another fighter might be better, Floyd reacts. He doesn't ignore it, he attacks. Whether it's Canelo's dominance, Pacquiao's legacy, or a rising star, Floyd always tries to shut it down. Even in retirement, he keeps pulling attention back to himself. It's like he can't stand the idea of someone else shining more than Chim in any way.
Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. In the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
All right.
Floyd. Oscar De La Hoya has criticized Floyd Mayweather for caring more about money than legacy. Floyd proudly flaunts his wealth and uses it to grab attention. Oscar called him out for fighting social media stars and influencers, just to make quick money. One example is Floyd's exhibition fight with Logan Paul built for views, not real boxing. While it earned Floyd millions, Oscar said it took the sport in the wrong direction. He also pointed out how Floyd criticizes guys like Ryan Garcia for being YouTubers, even though Floyd made money off that same crowd. To Oscar, it's a double standard that's damaging boxing's image.
Who's an overrated boxer? Well, you don't want to get in trouble here.
I don't mind.
All right.
Overrated boxer, fighter, most overrated, Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Really?
Yes.
He's not a great boxer.
No, he is a great, but his resume is not one like Sugar Ray Leonard or one like Muhammad Ali.